I ask you, help the king. Help this kingdom become what it should be. Help it grow and flourish into a magnificent, majestic, beautiful place that it could be, inhabited with thousands upon thousands of people. Hello, weary traveller. It is I, Rhys the King, here in front of you with a face. Anyway, what's up, dudes? I'm here just to basically sit in front of you, and I just want to talk to you for a little bit because I feel like it's been about an eternity since we've actually sat in front of each other and just spoken. Not just in video form or in like, well, obviously this is video form, but you know what I mean, like not in VR or doing something or in character, pissing around, being a fool. Actually just sitting down together and just having a bit of a cotch and chill, yeah? I'm pretty excited about this. We're mainly here to celebrate the fact that we hit 15k on the channel. Thank you so much for doing that. I mean, as much as it's me putting the content out, it's you guys joining it that really matters. So, as I always kind of say, and especially in the community feed, if you check that, then yeah, thank you so much for being a part of this. I mean, each and every single one of you that's taking the time out of your day to subscribe or check me up, sort of check the videos out daily and stuff, that shit means a lot to me. Like, I cannot express enough to you how much that means to me. It's just like, it's the most heartwarming thing to not only make content for people, but have them enjoy it and respond to it and react to it. That honestly, I can't even put it into words. It means the world to me. I wouldn't ever want you to think any different. This is just mind-blowing. It's such a lovely thing. P.S. Also, look at this shit. Got a new merch on. My new hat is turning up very soon. They are on the store. You can order them now, but I'm just waiting for mine to come in because of everything going on in the world at the moment. It's taking a while to come. Hurry up, new hat. But the new ones that I've got come, guys, they've got this logo on them, centered in the middle. They're embroidered as well, which is really nice. The old hats that are no longer for sale anymore, they used to be like a transfer logo like this, which looked cool. But now I've paid like the extra money out to have the logo actually embroidered on these ones. They look really nice. They look sexy. Some of you asked me a few questions. There's also a few frequently asked questions I get asked that I'll answer. I'm going to do all of that stuff towards the end of the video, so yeah, stick around for the end of the video. Some of you may or may not realise, maybe we should start just back a little bit here. Rewind, son. When I first started this channel, it was not about VR. It in fact didn't reflect even remotely what the channel is today, what it is now. Back when I first started it, I wanted to be a Minecraft channel. I didn't actually have any intention of playing any other games. Although that did change pretty quickly. I think literally about my third video I decided that I'd play something other than Minecraft. But initially what my idea was to be like the Yogscast and stuff, and I wanted to become a Minecraft YouTuber. It was very, very big back then. I know it had like a second wave of it going again recently because of kind of, well, essentially PewDiePie playing it, let's be real. I then evolved and changed, and this came to about, I guess, nearly 2 years ago now. I decided that I was going to make the leap. I mean, I'd been playing PSVR for quite some time before this anyway, but I never felt like the content was there for me to allow me to really play and do what I do now with the games. So I made the leap and I said to myself, bollocks to it, you know what? I stumbled across the channel Merp TV. I'm a big fan of Merp and Simply Chris and stuff. And later down the line, I'm a big fan of Walk the Plank as well. But initially it was Merp that I found, and he had this video out and it was just like him role-playing to a game. And like, I was just watching, I was like, dude, I could do this. And you know, no offense, Merp. But obviously I felt like I could maybe do this even better. And I was like, well, why aren't I doing this, man? So I made the leap. And initially we went straight into like, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos a week in VR, and still tried to keep some of the face cam stuff going because I was worried that people would feel left behind if I just changed the channel entirely. But soon I realised that this is really where my heart was, you know, and the VR content, not only do I really care about VR and really enjoy doing VR stuff, I just realised that really I needed to drop everything else from the channel and focus solely on a thing, which is VR. And I never look back now because I mean the channel's grown exponentially since, and obviously it's, you know, like I keep saying, it's where my heart is at with this. I just love it. I love VR. I love everything about it. The games that I play in it are fun. The interactivity of everything makes it a lot better for my personality to really come through in what I'm doing. And just in general, it just makes me happy to do it. So it's a win-win-win situation. Whereas when I was making some of the face cam videos, just like Let's Plays, I was playing a lot of games that I didn't like. I was playing a lot of stuff just purely for content opposed to for fun. And that is a really shit place to be, let me tell you. If you're ever thinking of making a YouTube channel, my one piece of advice that I can give you is don't copy someone else to start with. And I mean that like as in don't just play something because you see it going big, or don't just play something purely on those bases, unless there's things that you really like anyway. But don't do stuff that makes you unhappy, because trust me when I say this, over time it will wear you down and you'll stop caring about the content you're making, and people will see right through that, and they will see that you're not even enjoying what you're doing anyway. You're just fucking putting this false persona on. I think someone like Jacksepticeye a lot has gone through this in the last sort of couple of years. Playing games for the sake of them stopped making him happy, so he changed up his content. PewDiePie, he stopped making that content because it got too tedious on him. I mean, PewDiePie has made a comeback into gaming now, but let's be real, like he didn't make gaming videos for ages, and that was because he just wasn't happy doing it. So I kind of went through the same thing, on a lot lesser scale of a channel size, but nonetheless I went through the same thing, and it became more about wanting to be happy, and that's what I've done. This is kind of leads me to one of the things I want to talk about. Like, I've kind of made the choice now to myself, like I want to make something of this. Like I'm at a point where now we can turn this channel into something that's bigger than it is now, and I think we can make the leap into making this channel something that is known as well as the big channels like a VR, you know, like Walk the Plank, like fucking Josh Dub and Merp, all of these people. I think we can make it up there. I think we can join that fucking high tier of VR. I feel like we've got the content there already. I feel like my editing is more than good enough to get us to, you know, up there. It's really at this point a big game of chance. YouTube, it's a chance. I can be as good as anyone else, but without the chance of being seen, it's obviously you can't always fucking, you can't make it happen. You know, I can't force it to happen, which kind of leads me into the part where I ask you guys for your help at this point. I want to make this into something bigger. I want to make this into something. I no longer want to sit back and just say, oh, you know, it doesn't really matter about the size and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I want it to matter. I want us to achieve something big before the end of this year. If you care about it and you want to see it grow, and I see a lot of you always asking me, like, why aren't you bigger? How comes you're not bigger? You know, well, this is how we're going to do it, I think. I think basically I'm going to make the best goddamn content I possibly can, and I want you guys to help me out in return by doing that for me. The biggest thing, really, the actual biggest thing you can do to help me is sharing. Sharing the content is critical if we're going to get big. You know, that's going to be a huge thing. Sharing it on your social media, sharing it between friends, talking about it with your friends, stuff like that, like it will make all the difference. So if you want to help me out, that is the number one way you can help this channel out. It's by word of mouth. Talking about it, sharing it, liking, commenting, that stuff is mad to me. It will be like the biggest boost we can have. Listen, I don't ask a lot. I'm just asking that as the king to the kingdom, man. I never expected this to be what it is. Ever. I never expected it to be what it is. And it's a wonderful thing now to make videos and have regular people come back and getting views, and it's amazing. I love it. I love it to pieces, and I wouldn't change it for the world. All I want to do is just keep making it better. Now, I think at this point I want to just answer a few Q&A questions. I think I kind of answered some of these anyway, but we'll rekindle over them a little bit. Bread Matrix, my good dude, thank you for dropping your questions down below. Some of the stuff I'm being asked quite frequently are questions about these sorts of things, so I will answer them now. And if you see someone asking these questions, maybe just recommend this video to them. If you see them in the comments, it'll be cool. What headset do you use? Headset I use is a Vive. I use the original Vive. I haven't got the Index headset yet. It's something that I want to invest in, but quite frankly, it's a lot of money. But I will be getting it soon, and I use the Index controllers. I did invest in those because finger tracking. Very nice. And yeah, I use like the Pro mount for it, so it's got the headphones on it and like the nice strappy strap. All in all, it's a lot of money, but it was worth it, and I love it to pieces. I also use a Revive to use Oculus games, so I can play Oculus games through my Vive. I don't particularly need to own an Oculus headset. It is something I want to invest in at some point, but it's not something I currently own. What inspired you to make the videos? I think I covered that, sort of, you know, nothing in particular. Like that one event with the MERP video is what kind of keyed me into the VR space and that role-playing element to it and stuff like that. And then from there I just created it, made my own. I don't think I'm very similar to any other channel currently. We may make similar videos, but I feel like the way I do stuff is a bit different to most. And did you expect to build a community? No, I didn't. And I didn't for a very long time. I've had the odd few people here and there that have been regulars, but I feel like recently we've truly built a community. And Mr.Clean, my dude, this dude is the only channel member. It sounds really sad to say that, but he's the only channel member. You guys can become channel members, by the way. It's really easy. And it is a huge help to the channel. Plus you get 30% off any merch. This isn't my merch, this is an Assassin's Creed hat, but I like this hat. And can get this though. Also, I haven't shown you. It also has the King logo on the back. Fist King. Boom. Love this. Anyway, Mr. Clean, if you don't mind, I want to ask you a few questions. They're a bit personal. That's fine. Some stuff I don't answer, by the way. Some personal stuff I make very clear and always have. I don't talk about on here because it's personal. And this channel is about me and me only. I don't talk about my family, my kid. I don't talk about anything like that. It's just me on this channel. So just to make that clear from the get-go. What's my name? My name is Rhys. Hi, my actual name's Rhys. I'm not telling you my second name. Because of personal reasons. Again, I don't really feel like it's relevant. You probably could find it if you really wanted to, but quite honestly, I'd rather not, because I don't want my personal life being invaded by what I do on here. So therefore, it's a lot easier just to keep my name as Rhys the King, because that's all you guys need to know. Okay? How did you decide on my YouTube name? Well, to be honest with you, when I was a kid, we used to tag our school books. It used to be quite popular when I was in school. I don't know if it still is, to be honest with you. But when I was in school, we all used to just like tag it with stupid things like man da doo doo, ba doo dee, stupid shit. And mine that I always used to write is just Rhys the King. I used to write it everywhere. It became my gamer tag once I started becoming a gamer. And then inevitably when I started the channel, I was like, what the fuck do I call it? And I was like, well, I've kind of used this tag for everything now at this point, so I might as well roll forward with it. And I did. I chose Rhys the King, and I've never looked back since. That's all it is, Rhys the King. And yeah, it's not really that exciting of a story. It was never a nickname. It was just something I used to tag my books with, then became gamer tag, then became channel name. So yeah, I love it. Plus, I kind of love what we've done with it these days. Like, we never used to be the Kingdom back in the day. I never had like a community name as such. But now I love to address you guys as the Kingdom. You know, you're all part of this kingdom, and I feel like it's a very apt way of talking about our community. So yeah, that's why I'm called that. And to tell you a bit about myself, you want to know a bit about me. So yeah, to talk about me for a second, I mean, to be honest with you guys, what you see is what you get. I'm a bit of a random dude. I have a family, I'm married, I have a little kid, she's fantastic, and she's my world. That's what I do, this, and I have a full-time job. Again, I don't really want to talk too much about my full-time job and what I do, because I don't want it to be invaded by what I do here. So therefore I keep those two things very separate. But yeah, I have a full-time job that I do normally. I mean, at the moment I'm not, because my kid actually has she's not very well. So what happens is we're now shielded, so it means that my quarantine basically is going to extend longer than most, even though it's starting to ease off a bit in the UK now with the quarantine, not with the illness. I will probably have to stay on lockdown for longer than most because of that, and we want to protect her, so it's more important to me. So for the minute, I'm not full-time working. This pretty much is my job at the moment. But yeah, it's, you know, that's pretty much me in a nutshell, man. I mean, I like just doing the same shit probably you guys do, man. I mean, I like building Lego. I'm halfway through building a stormtrooper at the moment. That's my hobbies. That's the kind of thing I do out of this. I like to relax and just take my time and enjoy myself, you know. I think mental health is very important. So for me, relaxing and doing stuff like that, or even this channel, is very good for your mental health, and it helps me stay relaxed and sort of not anxious and happy. So yeah, I mean, that's just me in a nutshell, man. I mean, I don't do a lot. It's family stuff, channel stuff, and work. I mean, that's pretty much the entirety of my life, which I'm pretty happy with, to be honest with you. I like my job when I'm doing it, if I do it. I'm not really at the moment. I love my family to pieces. Spending time with them is the best thing in the world. Having a kid is the best thing in the world, because she is just a tiny version of me, and we're just a couple of idiots having fun 99.9% of the time. Yeah, that's pretty much me, guys. I don't know what else to say, really. This is our time to make this kingdom something special, man. Help me out. I ask that of you, man. I ask you. Help the king. Help this kingdom become what it should be. Help it grow and flourish into a magnificent, majestic, beautiful place that it could be, inhabited with thousands upon thousands of people. All I ask of you is you share the videos. You like the videos. Comment down below. And hey, if you really want to, merch up, bro. That would be sick. Yeah. Oh, and I like to do voices. I'll add that to the end. I would love to do voice work for a full-time job. If any of you work out there in it, hit me up, bro. Take care, guys. Stay safe. I'll see you in the future. Peace.